Hello, everyone. Today we'll be talking about what we expect to be is a problem that we currently face being recognized as a human rights violation. In an ideal world, one would think that unity and equality is the way to go. More importantly, happiness and freedom are other necessities that are equally as important in order to live in peace and harmony. That, however, is not the case at all in the majority of the world. Even though we want to say that we are providing equal opportunities for everyone, the truth behind that is that we are all very divided. The human rights topic that we decided to focus on is the continuous and current policy of border control that are issued between Mexico and the United States. To break this down, both countries, Mexico and the United States, will both start to suffer if we continue to go down this pointless route. The border control policy inflicts harm in two directions. One direction being the country, who is required to pay for the construction of the wall, and the other, whom faces a force of separation, where years of connections and relationships will be severed due to an inanimate entity that realistically will pose no solution, as this will be explained momentarily. Many of us believe that the current United States President, Donald Trump, is the instigator of separating two countries that in some ways rely on each other, especially when it comes to commodities and culture. Realistically, Donald Trump is viewed as a concentrated product of racism and colonialism that realistically has not shifted its way out of the American values compared to other negative setbacks we have eradicated. These negative values still exist while being lashed out at our neighboring country. The most recent slogan of Donald Trump, "Build a wall and crime will fall," is an indication of ignorance and regression that exists in the US community. The philosophies and ideals that exist in our country today are expressed in the actions that we decide to make, as many conservative minds believe that the wall will solve many problems. Problems such as drug infestation, which has slowly found its way into the United States. The implication behind this is that our neighboring country can be equated as drug dealers and gang violence initiators. Clearly, a proposal for a border is not going to solve our current issues, as a border is a statement of division between two cultures, and more importantly, a multitude of communities. In order to express the reality that we see behind the border controls in general, we believe that creating a specific activist driven social media campaign will contribute in putting a stop to these concurrent human rights violations that have gone too far. Our social media campaign is composed of an Instagram account with the username Destroy the Wall Now. We are determined on raising awareness on the effects of the border control policy that currently plays on the Mexican community, having them both frustrated and scared. In addition, we will showcase, through the voices of the Mexican community, the methods of expression that they have decided to use, such as demonstrations, graphical expressions such as art, or interviews with activists who also feel very strongly in regards to the current border policies. Ultimately, our Instagram account will be the bridge between the voices of the Mexican and American community. Our overall goal does not stop there. We also want to connect with the entire world in order to achieve the unity and equality that would make our world ideal and a reality for each and every one of us to live in together. The border control policy is obviously a start in order to reverse all of the steps back that we have taken in the millennia that the world has been able to record human activity. We would like to all types of activists, regardless of age and gender, but most importantly, mindset and morals. These are some of the important steps that we have to take into creating a unified opinion and connection with one another to express towards the entire world. We believe that social media platforms such as Instagram have a very powerful method into expressing to others what is on one's mind in both positive and negative ways. An example of social media being able to replicate this method is Donald Trump himself having his own Twitter account in order to express his political commentary and ideology while also being capable of receiving opinions and interacting with others. Ultimately, our social media campaign's main goal is to connect and to inspire. You want to make border control a thing of the past, and a triumphant milestone of having the capability of coming back stronger and smarter about the decisions that need to be made in order to move in the right direction. We want to mobilize and maintain a certain level of hope, as the hope that we contain will work for itself, allowing the ones who are very passionate of this cause and others who are also very afraid to voice their opinions due to negative implications that can possibly pose a threat. We also want to express that these border control policies are a complete waste of resources and time, and that can be used in more concerning issues that are overall revolving in our world. All of the attempts made from this moment on are the steps into contributing to the overdue changes that have been waiting for its chance to be made in order to make ourselves better people and live in a better world. Even though social media had its downing opinions, the truth is that these are the type of expressive tools that we need, unlike the tools proposed, such as creating a wall. These tools have the ability to address the structural causes of a problem at hand while having opportunities to discuss and express the feelings that are felt from others, such as segregation and racism, dare we say. Everything that we have been through won't matter if we continue to live in the current present with a past mindset of inequality and oppression. The United States and Mexico is the start. We still have ways to go and comparisons to make with the rest of the world. The rest, however, is up to the people who also feel the same way and believe that we are not doing things in the right way. We have to be open to having changes made in order to start taking the steps back in the long journey of corruption and separation that we've been forced to live out.